Dynamic, articulate, perceptive, courageous, outspoken.
Welcome back to the dojo. Welcome back to the reactions. We got a reaction today. Michigan woman Instagram rant over cut hours ends in her killing her McDonald's manager. This is on the Family's channel. They always report on the news. I watch their channel from time to time here and there when I catch a glimpse of a thumbnail or whatever. But I've been seeing this all over YouTube and social media, and I'm curious to see what the Instagram post was about. I mean, I understand times is tough, but you can't be trying to take somebody's life because you mad that you ain't getting enough hours. You gotta just go get another job, boo-boo. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. The Family's Michigan woman Instagram rant over cut hours ends in her killing her McDonald's manager.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
What is them glasses?
So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
My mama was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for. My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
But
Man, already off the rip, it's sending ripples through the community. Young girl is devastated that her mother is gone. Wow. And did this happen in the restaurant? Did she do this in the restaurant? Did she catch her outside? Like, what happened? I just been seeing this story like all over social media, and now it's my first time like actually clicking on a video that's talking about it. And I already got more questions than I thought I would. Like, hold on, man. Let's go.
She came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her.
And you wrong for taking this woman away from her children. My sister. That is just it.
You met us. You saw all of us in there playing in there. You gave us stickers. You came and introduced yourself to us. Why take our mama from us? You knew we loved each other.
Sometimes you don't need a long history with somebody to realize they aren't all the way there mentally.
So I'm looking at this young girl like she don't even look like. Well, I mean, it's a knife. To be fair, it was a knife, a deadly weapon. But it's like she did this at McDonald's. Like, she just ran up in there. You know they got cameras all over the McDonald's. They got them outside, inside, by the drive-thru. Like, she cut your hours. So you said, you know what? She gonna cut my hours? Well, I'm gonna cut her. That's what she said. Bro, my people, I'm getting more. The more I watch what black people are doing on social media, the more I am ashamed to be a black person. The more I watch my people on social media, the more I am ashamed to be a black person. I don't indulge in none of this nonsense. If I lose my job or I get my hours cut, I take it on the chin, man. I just go find another job or what have you. I'm even in the midst of that right now. I would never think to go harm one of my old co-workers, employees, boss, or whatever. The thought never crossed my mind. I wonder what type of things this young lady was indulging in, or what type of lifestyle she had to make her think that this was okay, or that she should feel vindicated or justified in brutally taking someone's life. Oh my God. This is just savage. And I know I'm talking a lot. Please forgive me. We're going to get back into the story. But yeah.
And the way they talk, the energy they give off, and how how they explain things happening around her. While I was in the middle of working on this documentary about a daily rap beef in D.C., a war between two neighborhoods that turned one Labor Day weekend into one of the city's bloodiest weekends ever, I took a break and happened to catch a headline that stopped me in my tracks. It was about a McDonald's manager who had been killed while on the job by one of her employees. Sad to say, at first, I saw it as just another tragic story in a city full of senseless violence. Something I wasn't even planning to bring it to the channel. But out of curiosity,
I just gotta say, the sticker on your face and the glasses just look goofy as hell. The sticker on your face and the glasses just look goofy as hell. I might do things that people think is goofy or not cool or whatever, but I don't care. I got my own style. But ain't nobody tell you to take that sticker off your face. How old are you got stickers on your face? That's something we did when we was young, man. When we was like little kids going to amusement parks or carnivals and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that's a telltale sign of somebody got a screw loose, but man, what was this young girl's background, man?
Curiosity, I started to do a little bit of research, do a little digging, and that's when I came across the suspect Instagram page. And immediately, something felt off. Listen to her speak, you could tell someone clicked. She had even posted a video prior to the incident, venting about her manager repeatedly, about sending her home from work, and she's dead.
Risen Phoenix. Alright, is that what she called herself on social media? Risen Phoenix? The only other female Phoenix I know of is from X-Men. Jean Grey. That was a Phoenix. Yeah, X-Men was cool, but Risen Phoenix, well, it look like you fell now. You're a fallen bird. You ain't even no Phoenix, mama. You just a bird.
There on her own
Bird brain.
update, and she still sent her home. At the time, it might have seemed like a regular rant to her followers, but looking back, this sounded like a public confession in plain sight. The way she worded things, the tone of her voice, it was clear. There was a storm brewing long before the tragic night. So I felt like I had to bring this story to you all. Not just because of how shocking it was, because it's another reminder of how quickly things can go left when unchecked issues get ignored. In this video, we want to pay our respects to the victim, take a look at the events leading up to this tragedy, and break down what might have pushed this young girl to the unthinkable inside her own workplace. So before we go over this one in less than 10 minutes, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, if you ever paid attention, you'll notice that places like McDonald's and other fast food spots often have a mix of older employees and workers who might be dealing with mental health challenges or developmental issues. And that's because these companies tend to be some of the only places offering second chances or accessible jobs to people who might have a harder time finding work elsewhere. Whether it's a person trying to get back on their feet, someone with disability looking for consistent income, or just somebody working to make ends meet, these fast food jobs become safe havens for folks society often overlook. Now, fam, keep those facts in mind. It's a young girl from Michigan who go by the name of Risen Phoenix. Just 4 months ago, she dropped a song titled "Accept Me for Who I Am."
Risen Phoenix. He said Rising Phoenix, but it looked like Risen Phoenix, but okay.
Phoenix. Just 4 months ago, she dropped a song titled "Accept Me for Who I Am."
I don't even gotta pretend. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. Accept me.
On her Instagram account,
Oh my God. She not even on beat, tone, or nothing. She just screaming at the microphone. Accept me for who I am. I'm not trying to clown her, but like if you making music, it's a process you go through. You go through molding yourself as an artist, producing your image, getting more lyrical, putting more emotion and feeling in the track. Like she got a lot of feeling, but it's just erratic. It's crazy. It's not concentrated. And you think anybody could just get on a track and make a song, but nah, it take a little bit of art. It take a little bit of skill. It take a little bit of thought. And it seems like a lot of people these days don't have the faculty to think clearly or to think ahead. People just doing shit doing things on a whim, thinking they can't get touched. But man, like, this young girl was definitely a troubled child. She got a Chucky filter on. Like, if you know anything about Chucky, then you know that's That's just a horror movie. Like, it was a doll that came to life and it would cut people up with a knife. So she got a picture of Chucky. Well, she got a filter of Chucky on her Instagram or her live video. Well, I guess this was a warning sign. Who was gonna really peep this out her videos and say, "Oh, she a psychopath. She a psychopathic killer." Most of them, they keep it under wraps very well. But yeah, let's continue.
Count and shame she's into Gotham, this dark type of fantasy. I love mask and action figures. She's in her mid-20s and she worked at a local McDonald's in East Point, Michigan, which is about 2 miles away, or 2 minutes rather, from Detroit. But as of recently, it seems she's been having altercations with the manager.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is what's going to happen to that McDonald's. Are they going to close it down? Like, what's going to happen to that McDonald's? Because there was a murder that happened at that McDonald's. I'm sure there's all type of blood all over the place. Because she was stabbed. She wasn't shot. She wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't fall to her death. Like, she was stabbed. And if she was stabbed, she probably was stabbed multiple times for her to bleed out and pass away. So there's probably all type, man, I don't even really want to get into it. Not really trying to even paint the scene, but I'm just doing the math, and it's like, what are they going to do with that McDonald's? I don't know how it goes when there's a murder taking place somewhere, but if I had to guess, I think they'd probably close it down. But knowing McDonald's, as greedy as they are for money, they're not gonna shut it down. They're gonna keep everything rolling as usual. But I bet the managers are gonna be more respectful to their employees. I don't mean to laugh, but I guarantee you, at that McDonald's, they're gonna treat them employees like royalty. Until after about a year, when everybody just go back to normal.
Being put on the schedule and being sent home repeatedly. Less than 48 hours ago, she decided to go to social media, her Instagram account, and voice her frustration.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got her of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. You know, nobody's perfect. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused, so it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her.
Okay, I'm glad we get to hear her rant, because now it's giving a little bit more into the story. It's starting to make a little bit more sense. Now, I worked at McDonald's, and I had managers who like to think they better than everybody else, talk down, disrespectful. Yes, it happens. It is like that. But even still, that does not give you a right to take somebody's life. If you can't roll with the punches, just try to find another job. There's other McDonald's. You could ask to get a transfer. Not saying they gonna acquiesce your request, but you could ask to get a transfer to another McDonald's. That maybe McDonald's is always another McDonald's somewhere close by. Like, they usually within 5 miles of each other. You know what I mean? So you can't go to this McDonald's. You can go to the one up the street that way. You know what I mean? But I know how it is when you dealing with management and they talking to you all types of crazy. You might want to, do something crazy. You might want to wild out. But it's never worth taking somebody's life. That is something you can't take back. And I'm sure this girl, as she goes through the prison system, because that's what she's going to be doing. She murdered someone. She's going to be in the prison system, and she's going to be getting the worst of it. Like, that jail, that prison, that shit ain't no joke. I don't wish that on nobody. But that place has a purpose. There are some people who need to just stay there forever because they are a detriment to society. They are a detriment to themselves and the rest of society. So there's a place for people like that. And I understand how she was feeling, getting talked down to or getting disrespected. But welcome to the real world, baby. Welcome to the real world.
Catching her. So her all the animosity that she keep putting in the air and stuff, they're trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my...
Oh, no. You cannot be threatening people with violence. That's one thing you cannot do. That you could have reported her for that. If she's threatened to do violent things, even if she's just playing, you can report her for that. You should have got, I mean, hindsight is 20/20. It really is. But if you don't know no better, you're not going to do no better. When you know better, you do better. And apparently this young lady didn't know the proper channel she could go to get her manager fired. Because that's probably what she really wanted to do. She probably wanted to get her fired. But she probably rather just, I'm going to take it into my own hands. I'm going to mask up. I'm going to come in there. I wanna listen to this girl's iPod playlist or whatever she listened to on a regular basis. And I could probably tell from the music that she listened to, she probably listened to a lot of violent rap. I'm not saying that music is going to influence you to do stuff like that. But the more you listen to it, the more it's going to become a part of you. It's going to transform your mind and your soul into something completely different. The more you indulge in things. That's just how it works. It may not have started off that way, but when you listen, there's so much violent drill music, rap nowadays. I don't even listen to it. It disgusts me. It disgusts me. What they call hip hop nowadays, it disgusts me. I don't want no parts of it. But yeah, let's continue listening to her rant.
Kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That's easy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't.
Then one day she coming in there and talking about some, yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out on my kids and this and that. Well, telling us that, like, if you telling us you pulled a gun out on your kids for it, you sound like a psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids.
Yeah, that's wild. Like, the more we dig deeper, like, if what Miss Risen Phoenix is saying is true, if you really had a manager like that, now they really be some hood managers up in there. They be talking crazy, and I know because I worked at a few McDonald's, and it was kind of hood, it was kind of ghetto, and they was talking wild, but nobody ever talked to me wild or crazy because I was always respectful. But I seen other people get talked to like they, even sometimes the illegal immigrants that would be in there, they be talking all crazy because they don't really understand English like that. Like, I've seen people cross that line, and I'm like, man, couldn't be me. Because I'm always respectful. I treat everybody with respect, and I get the same in return. I mean, you got a few people who just don't like you for whatever, but that ain't my problem. I don't care if you don't like me. I'm not going to let nobody slow up my income. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let nobody stop my money. I'm just going to go in there, do my job, keep my feelings out of it. But everybody don't have the same mentality, and like these young kids today, like they just growing up angrier and angrier. They just mad at the world. Like Gen Z, like they are an angry generation, bro. They are an angry generation. Like I thought we was troubled children, but yo, they really just mad at everything. Well, you gotta think about it. Coming into the world, this world that we live in, the way that it is now, I'd probably be mad too. No bullshit. I'd probably be mad too.
Like, you know, like, I'm like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like to think she's like trying to make it seem like that she big dog or some stuff. She puts out telling me about you pulling the gun on a kid. I don't like that doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That should scare me. If she thought she was trying to intimidate me, that shouldn't intimidate me at all. I don't give a fuck her telling me about some with the kid. I don't, you know, and maybe that's why they always fight her to defend themselves. They probably felt like their life was threatened.
Now, the employee she was referring to was 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, a mother and a manager at East Point McDonald's. She also went by the nickname Jamma. She's been an employee for McDonald's for the past 15 years, according to her family. July 10th, 2025, Jennifer was at work. It was early morning at the McDonald's on 9 Mile. The young lady who you heard just vent, she was also at the workplace, but apparently Miss Jennifer told her to leave. Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute. When Harris and her employee, Harris asked the woman to leave, as mentioned like before in the video, 48 hours prior. But a witness at the drive-thru said she returned wearing a mask, but the only thing being visible was her hands, which is how they identified her. She then started stabbing Harris repeatedly, causing her to be DOA. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family. But prior to the young girl going back into the McDonald's, she wrote, again, shaking my head. I said, nope, not today. She also wrote, and laughing like it's funny, before doing the unthinkable. And the sad part about all this young woman had knew the victim's kids.
And I'm Taryn Asher. We begin with a heartbreaking loss for one Metro Detroit family dealing really with an unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah, Taryn, what began as a normal day at work quickly turned violent. A mother of 6 stabbed to death at an East Point McDonald's while doing her job.
And Fox News' Camille Amiri joining us live with the very latest. And Camille, we understand you have spoken now with the woman's family. I mean, it's hard to imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean, we were here all day, and then family members started showing up this afternoon, one after another, all coming back to the scene of the crime. She has 6 children, as you said.
Wow.
Ages 5 to 20, and some of the littlest ones were here, and let me tell you, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
My mama was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for.
Jennifer Harris, a single mother of 6, a manager at McDonald's, fatally stabbed Thursday morning by one of her employees, according to police.
My mama, she woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
It happened right before 8 o'clock at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in East Point.
From our understanding, it happened near the drive-thru window inside of the building, so in the employee area.
Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute between Harris and her employee. Harris asked the woman to leave, but
She came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her hands. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her. I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
police say a customer, a CPL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPL holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
He absolutely did the right thing. He showed, so to speak, heroism.
Harris's family members...
Yeah, he showed heroism, but he was a little too late. He was a little too late. I mean, nobody can really anticipate when somebody going to do the unthinkable, like everybody likes to say on YouTube and social media nowadays. But, man, he was just a little too late. I mean, there are heroes out there, but he wasn't... His hunger didn't hit him. His hunger didn't hit him early enough. Or he was in the drive-thru and he couldn't really see inside the restaurant. He probably heard the commotion and was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Then he probably got out of his car and ran in there and tried to, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's just a whole crazy situation.
Beside themselves with grief.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was even good to her. She was good to everybody.
It's just so incredibly sad. The children's father is incarcerated. They told us that when we met with them earlier today. So it was just their mom and them. The suspect is 26 years old. And of course, we expect her to be arraigned possibly tomorrow or the next day, hoping to learn more about what led up to this.
Yeah, she was 26. She was probably trying to stack her money up because she wanted to be a rapper. So you got to pay for that studio time. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Trying to pay bills. I don't know if she had an apartment where she was with the people still. But yeah, you getting your hours cut. You're not really making no money. Yeah, she was hell bent on getting revenge. She was hell bent on getting revenge because when your money slow up, it's like your life come to a standstill, man. But what she did was not justified. It is never okay to take somebody's life. That's never okay. That's a no-go.
Meanwhile, Jennifer worked here. She went by the name of Jamma, and she worked here for 15 years. So, I mean, just a horrible, horrible story all around. There is absolutely nothing that makes sense about this. Reporting live in East Point, Camille and Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, I know that Jamma and that other person had an argument today. The suspect comes back, stabbing her. But do we know if this was an ongoing fight beyond today between the two of them? Are family members saying anything about that?
They're not. I mean, you know, we're going to hear more about that situation at the 6 o'clock show. But from every intents and purposes that we've been able to learn, that the suspect actually went out of her way to be nice to the children, all of them here at the McDonald's. They would hang out sometimes here. So you're going to hear more about that relationship at 6 o'clock, but they just can't understand this because they say it's so out of the blue, and what led up to this, why she did this, that of course remains to be seen, but of course we'll have a lot more tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, certainly such a terrible loss. So we feel for her. We just feel so badly for her family as well. We'll look forward to.
At the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, the story is a sad reminder of how quickly things can spiral when problems go unaddressed. She was venting days prior. No matter how much you say she's not all the way there, that still don't justify what she did. And the crazy part is you never know what exactly people going through. That's why you gotta try your best to treat people how you want to be treated. And I'm not saying
that's facts right there. You be careful what you say and mindful what you do because you never know what anybody's going through. They might be at a point where if one more thing happened to set them over the edge, they ready to just take everybody out. You never know what people going through, so it's always best to be respectful. Like I said earlier, I never had no issues at work with nobody because I'm always respectful. But you know, you always gonna have your few handful of people who just don't like you for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So it's always best to treat people with respect. And if you feel like you can't treat them with respect, just avoid them all completely. Try not to walk past their path. Try to always take another way around. Like, if you ain't got to interact with them, don't interact with them. You know what I mean? But more of the story, everybody you come across, treat them with respect. If somebody just going to do something wild and crazy, then it was nothing you could have did anyway. But please, everybody you come across, whether you like them or not, please treat everybody with respect. That's the best thing I can say. Let's go ahead and finish this.
And that wasn't the case here. But it goes to show you that sometimes people take matters into their own hands, both in the workplace and in people's personal lives. A situation that probably could have been handled with a conversation or a little support turned into a tragedy that claimed a life and wronged another. Rest in peace to the victim once again. Prayers to the family. And anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about, we send a love and prayers your way as well. Situations like this make employees and people alike more aware of the signs before it's too late. Fam, let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, that was a good video. We didn't get all the information that went on, but we got enough. We got a pretty good picture of what happened, why the girl did what she did. She said her side of the story. I still don't think it's right what she did. She's going to jail, going to prison, where she belongs, because you can't just stab somebody up and think you're going to just be walking the streets like, nah. you got a couple screws loose, you're a little angry, you got some anger issues, and we can't count on the prison industrial complex to get you right, but at least gonna get you off the street away from all of us. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, guys. To Dilute.